I stood there in my wedding dress. The excitement I once felt slipping away like sand through my fingers. I had dreamed of this day for years, the perfect wedding, the perfect moment. But as I stood in front of the mirror, the weight of a cold truth began to settle in. My family wasn't there. They should have been. My mother, my father, my siblings, they should have been by my side. The text came in an hour before the ceremony. My mother's words were brief, almost cruel. "We're not coming. Your father and I don't approve of this marriage." That was all. No explanation, no apologies, just rejection. My heart shattered, the pain far deeper than any disappointment I'd ever known. My wedding continued without them. I walked down the aisle, fighting the tears that threatened to fall. I spoke my vows. Smiling through the pain, but inside, something dark and burning began to rise. I couldn't let this go. As the ceremony ended and the reception began, I smiled and pretended to enjoy myself. But in my mind, plans were already taking shape. I would repay my family for their betrayal. First, I turned my attention to my brother, Lucas. He was the golden child. He had recently invested heavily in a risky business venture. I knew it had its flaws, but I also knew he believed it would make him a fortune. So, I tipped off the authorities anonymously, exposing some of the questionable practices within his company. It didn't destroy him, but it caused an investigation that would ruin his reputation and delay his success. The pain of being scrutinized and judged would make him feel helpless. Then, I focused on my younger sister, Mia. She had always been pampered, never truly understanding sacrifice. Mia was engaged to a man who came from old money. I couldn't let that perfect image stand. I found out about her fiancé's infidelities and shady business dealings and made sure the right people knew. The fallout was swift. Her engagement ended, and her image of a fairy tale marriage crumbled to dust. Lastly, I turned to my mother, the woman who had taught me that family was everything, yet left me alone on my wedding day without a second thought. I knew her weaknesses, and I wasn't afraid to expose them. I quietly revealed her financial mismanagement to those who had once admired her. The gossip spread like wildfire, and soon, the community turned their back on her. Her reputation, the perfect image she'd built over the years, crumbled as her lies were uncovered. She was no longer the revered matriarch, but an outcast. I didn't feel bad for them. They had made their choices, and now they had to live with the consequences. My family, the ones who had abandoned me when I needed them most, now understood what it felt like to lose everything. By the time I was done, my family was broken. My siblings and mother struggled to rebuild their lives, their reputations forever tarnished. As for me, I walked away with a sense of satisfaction.